It is time to stop the circus and to take our country back. The enemies of we, the people of the United States, have been distracted us with shallow shenanigans and puppet presidents while corrupting our institutions and reversing the course of American history and shutting down the American dream. Their Don is the circus, but he is not the enemy. He is just the latest in a string of entertainments designed to distract us while the real enemies steal our government, plunder our economy, and rape our planet. The real enemies are composed of cabals of corporations and clubs of aristocracies. They are not American citizens. They are inhuman institutions. Aristocracies. Aristocracies have been with us for millennia. If they ever had any value which outweighs the damage they cause, by today they are certainly obsolete. They are un-American, undemocratic, and destructive of human rights. Corporations are more recent development. They were meant to be our tools, but have aspired to become our masters. Both have been cancers eating away at our society, stealing from our citizens, and trying to take over our government for many years. But in 1980, they took a giant step forward. They fomented a revolution against we, the people of the United States. What they did was, they hired a very likable grade B movie actor named Ronald Reagan and taught him how to play the role of a political leader. They gave him scripts in which the central plot was that the United States had fallen into powerlessness and sin. But he had a plan to restore our greatness and to make our nation a shining city on a hill which all others would envy. Yeah, that was the script. The actual facts were quite different. The United States was, at that time, the most powerful and most dominant empire that the world has ever known. We were advancing our national ideal of more human rights for more human beings, freedom from repression, and building a world where our children could prosper. In reality, the only thing that was holding us back as a nation were the economic imbalance and fear, both of which were inflamed by the political propaganda promulgated by the corporations and the aristocracies, which Ronnie was preaching. But Ronnie was a great actor and a great salesman. He convinced enough of us to get him elected, and for 8 years he pretended to be president, restoring America's greatness by defeating the phony rival that was the Soviet Union at that time. He put on a fantastic show. And a lot of us didn't notice that in the background, corporations and aristocracies were reversing the course of American history. They were passing election laws which made it easier for them to put corrupt politicians in positions of power. They were changing the tax laws to benefit themselves at the expense of us human beings, citizens. They were turning our healthcare system into a profit center designed to generate wealth rather than to heal human beings. They were wasting uncountable sums on unnecessary weaponry because fear and secrecy made this such a profitable enterprise. There they go again. They were removing barriers which had been placed upon their behavior to safeguard human health and environment. They were restricting human rights and creating in their place exclusive privileges for corporations and aristocracies. Pay no attention to the rape and pillage behind the curtain. Let's all watch Ronnie wave the flag and tell us how wonderful we are. Well, Ronnie had to go after 8 years, and well, they'd done a whole lot of damage. Laws were changed, and the system was rigged. They had shifted power away from the people and reversed the course of American history. Most, but not all, of our politicians and presidents since that time have been, to one degree or another, in the thrall of corporations and aristocracies. And American history has been moving slowly but inexorably in the wrong direction. And then, in 2016, the circus came to town. Now, corporations and aristocracies didn't really want Daffwold to be president because they didn't control him. No one can control a mentally ill con man. But they soon realized that he could actually do more for them than even Ronnie. Well, the equivalent today of a grade B movie actor in 1980. He's a reality TV star. And all Daffwold really wants for himself is adulation and coddling of his childlike ego, as well as an opportunity to do some minor pillaging himself. So, when it looked like he was going to win the Republican nomination, the corporations and the aristocracies sent their minions to descend upon Daffwold's campaign and make sure that if he got elected, they would be in control of all the real policy decisions. And that's the way it is today. Now, Daffwold hasn't a clue about government. and he doesn't care anyway. He has proven to be the perfect front man. And because his only behavioral mode is grotesque attention-seeking, he has been able to distract us to a degree that Ronnie could never have imagined. All the rape and pillage that the corporations and aristocracies conducted under Ronnie have continued for the last 40 years, and now they are in hyperdrive. If we do not stop this immediately, humans will have no power left. They have rigged the system against us, but we still have the vote. And There are human beings who believe in the ideals that created this country and who wish to serve in our government. We need to encourage them to run. We need to support them and vote for them, and especially encourage them to radically reverse Ronnie Rodeo's reactionary Republican revolution. Human rights for human beings. Abolish aristocracies and put corporations in their place. Counter-revolution now. Thank y'all for your attention. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me again sometime. All of my videos can be found on your friendly local neighborhood internet at www.daffwold.com.